Everybody, hey, this is Nick Beveridge, realtor and agent here at Keller Williams Realty on the North Idaho REI team. I also flip houses, I build spec homes, and have a portfolio of rentals. And I wanted to just show you briefly how to flip a house 101, just the rough numbers, how to make an offer, what to anticipate for profits. Because a lot of people just don't know what to anticipate when they're doing this for the first time. So I just wanted to keep it real simple. You really just got to know your numbers, and that's value in the market, what's the market currently doing, what our houses should sell for, and what your repair costs on the house should be. If you know those two numbers, you should have a lot more confidence in flipping houses. And in fact, that's all you really need to make an offer on a house. And what I mean by that is if you know there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house out there that when it's fixed up, it can sell for $400,000, which is very typical in this market right now. For a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, even just like 1,200 square feet, they're going for almost 400 grand now, especially if they're newer or fixed up. So you can almost always anticipate that right now in this market. 400 grand ARV on a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. And let's call this one 1,500 square feet. We'll be extra conservative. You'll probably get more than 400 grand, but we're just gonna run the numbers based off this. So what you need to know, obviously we know our after repair value on this, this pretend house, and we need to know the repair costs. Now, if you have no contracting experience, if you don't have to move any walls or do drywall work, if it's really just flooring, paint, kitchens, bathrooms, that kind of stuff, you can anticipate on spending about $30 per square foot. And that's kind of a higher number, but I think it's pretty realistic these days. So on a 1,500 square foot house, anticipate spending around 45 grand for a remodel. Now, we got to figure out what can we offer on this pretend house to be able to make a good profit on it. So there's a rule out there called the 70% rule. And what the 70% rule is what you do is you take 70% of the after repair value, which in this scenario is 400 grand, and so you just take that, multiply by 0.7, and what you do is you take that and you subtract your repair costs as well, and that will give you your maximum allowable offer. But don't forget to subtract your repair costs. People forget that sometimes. So in this scenario, you could pay up to $235,000 because 70% of 400 is 280. Subtract your 45, you're at 235. So that's what you can pay. That's your max offer. Now in this market, if you get a house under contract for $235, please give me a call. I can get you the funding for it. But typical hard money loans are looking at something like this, and this may be a little conservative, but you can anticipate it. 10% annual rate, interest only, and about 4 points. And a point is a percentage of the loan amount. In this scenario, let's say that you're getting a loan for the whole purchase price, but you're bringing in the cash for this repair cost and your payments and points. So that's pretty typical. Now in a lot of my loans, I try to wrap in the points and the interest payments. I'll get like a reserve of 6 to 8 months all wrapped up into the loan just to make things easier because I have multiple projects going on. But let's say at least you have that kind of skin in the game. You can anticipate, if you take your 400 grand, having about 7% of that taken away in closing cost. So take that number, multiply by 0.93, and that will get you, let's see, 372. And then take away what you're all in at the property so far. And let's say you're all in your repair costs, what you purchased the property for, your points, which are a little over 11K up front, and your interest, let's say this took you 6 months, those payments would rack up to almost $14,000. So it's important to anticipate all this before going in. So subtract your points, your payments, your loan, yada, 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 all that we just said. And that will leave you with about $66,800 in this example. Okay, so is this a good deal? I don't know, you tell me. You invest about 70 grand of your own cash into a deal, you get it all back plus another $66,000. So you almost double your initial investment. And this is assuming at 30 bucks a square foot, you're not out swinging hammers doing that kind of work. You're just coordinating the job. If this interests you, if you have a great deal under contract, feel free to get a hold of me. I'd love to help you out with it. 208-964-0494. See ya.